Welcome to the Ainfluencer podcast, your go-to hub for influencer marketing, e-commerce, and affiliate strategies. Follow us to uncover success stories, expert advice, and practical insights to elevate your brand. This is the Ainfluencer podcast, your guide to mastering influence and transforming your business. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really getting into a topic that, well, it truly drives long-term business success, but it's still surprisingly misunderstood. We're talking about branding. You know, if you've ever thought branding was maybe just about a fancy logo or a clever slogan, well, prepare to see it in a much, much more powerful light.
Yeah, it often gets boxed into like the creative department, doesn't it? But branding fundamentally is a pillar of business strategy.
Right.
It's, it's the strategic imperative. It defines not just what you sell, but really who you are in today's, let's face it, hyper-competitive marketplace.
Absolutely. So our deep dive today is essentially your shortcut to truly grasping why branding matters so much.
Yeah.
We'll unpack its surprising psychological effects.
Which are fascinating.
How it's profoundly different from marketing. The key elements that actually build a strong brand. Common pitfalls, even big companies fall into them. And yeah, where this whole discipline is headed.
We've really tried to distill the core insights for you.
Okay, so let's peel back those layers. When we talk branding, the first thought for many is that visual identity. You know, a name, a logo, a design. But what's really going on beneath that surface? What is branding fundamentally?
It's so much bigger than just the visuals. Think of it like this. Branding is this ongoing, perpetual process. It's about identifying, creating, and then managing all the cumulative assets and actions.
All of them.
Yeah, pretty much everything that shapes how a brand is perceived, and critically perceived in the minds of all its stakeholders.
Okay, perpetual process. That sounds key. It never stops.
Never stops. It has to evolve because people change, markets change, businesses change. So a brand has to constantly adapt, maybe redefine itself a bit, just to stay relevant. It's not a set it and forget it thing at all.
And cumulative assets and actions. That sounds incredibly broad. Are we talking almost everything a business does?
We really are. I mean, it covers everything. The tangible stuff, show your logo, colors, fonts, the products themselves, your website, your ads, all that.
Right, the obvious stuff.
Yeah. But just as important, maybe even more so, are the intangible actions, like the quality of your service, how quickly customer support responds, how employees talk to customers.
The whole experience.
Exactly. The overall experience, every single touch point, all these things, they slowly, consistently build that perception of a brand, which is basically the reputation, the feeling, the association someone has with you.
And you mentioned stakeholders, not just customers then.
Definitely not just customers. Think employees, shareholders, suppliers, business partners. Each group forms its own perception based on their interactions, and all those perceptions contribute to the brand's overall strength or weakness.
That really drives home the idea that a brand itself isn't the product, is it? It's more of this conceptual thing.
Precisely. It's an idea, an identity, immediately recognizable, hopefully distinct. You know, think Nike, IKEA, Starbucks. They're way beyond just shoes, furniture, or coffee, right? They've built these emotionally resonant, memorable experiences through really consistent branding over years.
Even individuals can be brands. Like you see with, say, Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey. Their persona becomes this powerful entity.
Oh, absolutely. They function as powerful brands.
Okay, now here's something that seems to trip up a lot of people, even experienced ones.
Yeah.
The confusion between branding and marketing.
Oh, yeah. Big one.
They get used interchangeably all the time.
Yeah.
But getting the difference right seems crucial for strategy.
Yeah.
So what are the key distinctions?
This is a really critical point to clarify. Look, if branding is kind of the soul of your company,
Okay.
then marketing is more like its voice. Branding is fundamentally about who you are. It's that strategic, long-term work of establishing your unique identity, your core values, your basic purpose.
Right, the why.
Exactly. It defines the company's personality, its internal culture, how it wants to be seen at its core. It's about building those lasting relationships.
And marketing, then, is how you project that voice.
Yeah.
Get the word out.
Precisely. Marketing is how you build awareness and sell. It's the toolbox, the tactics, the activities you use to communicate that identity that branding has already established.
So branding comes first.
Always. Marketing's main aim is often more short-term actions generating sales, getting leads, hitting campaign targets. Marketing campaigns are dynamic, they adapt. So branding focuses on identity, perception. Marketing focuses on promotion, sales.
Branding is the foundation, long-term. Marketing is tactical, often shorter term.
You got it. Branding has to come first. It lays that essential groundwork. Without a clear, solid brand, marketing often feels, well, a bit random. Lacks punch.
Right, wouldn't connect as deeply.
Exactly. They work together. It's symbiotic. Branding gives you the stable identity. Marketing shouts about it. Think about Nike again.
Just do it.
Right. That powerful identity empowerment, pushing limits, it's built over decades. Their marketing campaigns work so well because they tap into that deep, established brand feeling.
So skipping the branding part is a mistake.
A huge pitfall. We see businesses jump straight to short-term marketing tactics without that solid brand foundation. It's like trying to build a house without properly laying the foundations first.
Might look okay for a bit, but...
It won't last. No resilience.
Okay.
Wish your videos could speak the world's language? Imagine your videos breaking through language barriers and reaching billions more people who speak over 200 languages different from yours. Whether you're a brand, influencer, or podcaster,
Sé per te è importante quanto per... If smelling good 24 hours. Si pour toi il est aussi important. Si para ti es tan importante como para mí oler rico 24 horas.
language shouldn't hold you back from reaching larger audiences. Create a video and distribute it in 200+ languages. How does that sound? Our AI-powered video translation makes it possible with just a click. So why limit your reach? Work smarter. Create one video and turn it into 200+ localized versions.
Horas al día. Tengo que recomendarte Cleansen.
Whether you're a business expanding globally, an influencer connecting with diverse followers, or a YouTuber growing your channel, one thing is clear. Language barriers are a thing of the past. With just a few clicks, you can translate your videos into multiple languages,
Would you like me to translate that?
instantly connecting with audiences worldwide. It's simple. Upload your video. Choose the languages to translate to. Let our AI work its magic. In minutes, your video will be transformed with accurate tone, voice, subtitles, and even voiceover options, ready to captivate audiences in any language.
Last a very long time on your body. There are fragrances for both
Don't wait. The world is watching. Join thousands of businesses, influencers, and content creators who trust our AI to take their content to a global stage. It's time to start up. Brand ID is your digital hub.
So we've defined branding, we've separated it from marketing. The big question then is, why? Why does all this actually matter? What are the real tangible benefits for a business that invests in a strong brand?
Oh, the benefits are significant and they really feed into each other. It's like a multiplier effect. First off, a strong brand massively increases brand recognition.
Being known.
Yeah, how easily people can recall and spot your company. Consistent use of your logo, colors, fonts, your messaging. Over time, that builds recognition. And it's not trivial. Consistency alone can reportedly boost revenue by, 20% or more sometimes?
Wow.
Think of like the McDonald's arches or the Coca-Cola script. Instantly recognizable anywhere.
And it's more than just being seen, right? It builds something deeper.
Absolutely. Second point, it dramatically improves customer loyalty. Loyal customers, well, they spend more. Some figures suggest 57% more on brands they're loyal to.
That's huge.
And they come back again and again. Repeat business. This comes from consistently positive emotional experiences, feeling like they get real value. You know, something like 94% of customers say they're more likely to buy again after a very good experience.
So positive experience equals loyalty equals repeat business. Makes sense.
And third, that loyalty generates powerful, positive word-of-mouth marketing. When your brand connects, when it tells a story people like, your customers become your best salespeople.
Brand ambassadors.
Exactly. That social proof, that recommendation from a friend, it can boost the impact of your actual marketing campaigns by potentially up to 54%. Huge leverage there.
Okay, so recognition, loyalty, word of mouth. What else?
Fourth, you generally see higher advertising effectiveness. If you have a strong established brand, when you launch something new or run a promotion, people are already tuned in. They trust you.
Like Apple launching a new iPhone.
Perfect example. There's built-in excitement and reliance because the Apple brand is so strong. Fifth, a strong brand often leads to lower price sensitivity.
Meaning people will pay more.
Essentially, yes. They weigh the price less heavily because they like and trust the brand. This gives you more flexibility, you can command better margins, maybe raise prices over time without losing everyone. It's a significant advantage.
And these benefits aren't just external facing the customer, are they? It affects inside the company too.
Absolutely critical point. 6, it helps attract more top applicants. A strong employer brand is a huge draw for talent. Something like 75% of job seekers actually consider a company's brand before they even apply for a job.
That's a big number.
It is. And 7th, related to that, it fosters more engaged employees, people who are proud of where they work, who believe in the brand. They're more engaged, they tend to stay longer, they're more productive.
And more profitable, I think I read.
Yeah, potentially significantly more profitable, maybe 21% more. So you see, these benefits aren't separate things. They all connect and reinforce each other. It really is this powerful synergistic multiplier effect driving growth and resilience.
A true multiplier effect. Okay, that paints a very compelling picture. So if the benefits are that profound, how do businesses actually go about building such a powerful brand? What are the essential pieces, the sort of unique DNA of a strong brand identity?
Right, the building blocks. A strong brand identity is, it's like a carefully constructed mix of both visual and non-visual things.
Okay, let's start with the visual.
Visually, you start with the brand name itself. That's often the very first touch point. It sets a tone, shapes perceptions, needs to be memorable, distinct, maybe even work globally. Then the logo, that core visual symbol.
The Nike swoosh, McDonald's arches.
Exactly. Instantly recognizable, ideally simple, versatile. Your color palette is surprisingly powerful too. Colors evoke emotions, red for energy, blue for trust. Green often signals nature or health. Plus, consistent colors help with instant recognition.
Like Tiffany blue.
Perfect example. Typography, the fonts you choose, that's like the brand's visual voice. Is it modern, traditional, playful? It adds to the personality. Then your imagery and graphics, the style of photos or illustrations you use consistently reflects that personality and ties everything together. Even the use of shape and symbolism, maybe consistent use of circles for unity or squares for stability, can send subconscious messages.
Okay, so those are the things we see. But you said it's more than just visuals. A brand has a voice, character, right?
Absolutely. The non-visual elements are just as critical, maybe more so, for creating real depth. There's the tone of voice and personality. How does the brand actually communicate? Is it formal, casual and chatty, witty, empathetic? This needs to resonate with your target audience.
How it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then your mission statement and values. These are your core principles. Why do you exist beyond making money? What guides your actions? This attracts customers and employees who share those values. A compelling brand story, the narrative behind the business, why it started, what drives it, creates a really powerful emotional connection.
People love stories.
They do. Slogans and catchphrases, like Nike's "Just Do It Again," are those memorable little hooks that capture the brand's essence. Your brand promise, what do you implicitly or explicitly commit to delivering to your customers every time? Quality, value, a certain feeling. And finally, brand positioning. Where do you fit in the market? How are you different from the competition? Defining that clearly is vital.
Wow, okay, that's a lot of elements working together. And when you list them all like that, one word just jumps out as being absolutely critical for making it all work. Consistency.
Ah, yes. Crucial.
It seems simple, but why is being consistent across absolutely everything so fundamentally important?
It's non-negotiable, really. Not just a nice to have. Consistency is what builds trust, fosters that recognition we talked about, and establishes credibility over time. Think about it. Something like 60% of millennials apparently expect a consistent experience from brands across all platforms.
So people notice when it's not consistent.
Definitely. And psychologically, it's powerful. We're bombarded with, potentially up to 10,000 brand messages a day. Consistent cues cut through that noise. They reduce the mental effort needed to recognize and understand a brand.
Makes it easier for our brains.
Exactly. It signals reliability. You know what to expect. That builds subconscious trust. And that trust heavily influences buying decisions. Inconsistent branding, it just confuses people, dilutes the message, erodes confidence fast. Every single interaction, whether it's an ad, a website visit, a support call, a social media post, it's a chance to reinforce that consistency or break it.
That psychological angle of reducing cognitive load and building subconscious trust, that's really powerful.
Looking to connect with your audience and make your product go viral? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the end-to-end marketplace that connects you with over 1 million Instagram and TikTok influencers for free. With no subscriptions or fees, Ainfluencer.com makes it easy to find the perfect collaboration partners for your brand instantly. Its AI-powered system does the heavy lifting, matching you with influencers based on niche demographics, past performance, and engagement. Start your campaign directly from your Ainfluencer dashboard or your Shopify store in seconds. Manage everything from inviting influencers and negotiating deals to secure payments and performance analytics all in one place. Handle influencer-curated lists, affiliate marketing, and content creation, even translated into 200+ languages, all without paying any platform fees. Unlimited use, forever free. Visit Ainfluencer.com today and take your brand to the next level.
Well, branding isn't just one single thing, is it? We see it used in different ways.
That's right. It's not monolithic. We can generally talk about 6 distinct types, each with a slightly different focus. First, you got corporate branding. This is about the reputation of the entire company. Think Apple's overall image for quality and innovation.
The big picture.
Yeah. Then personal branding. That's an individual crafting their own brand, like Neil Patel positioning himself as an SEO expert. Product branding focuses on specific product lines. Nike, again, branding its footwear around athletic aspiration.
Got it.
Retail branding is about marketing the store itself, which sells multiple products. IKEA is a great example, branding the affordable, stylish furniture and the unique shopping experience. Geographic branding uses regional characteristics as a selling point, London using Big Ben in tourism ads.
Makes sense.
And finally, service branding. This is crucial for businesses selling intangibles where you don't have a physical product. Think airlines like Delta building a brand around reliability and comfort. You're branding the promise of the service.
Interesting breakdown. And sticking with the psychological side for a moment, you mentioned surprising effects earlier. There's actual research showing branding can impact human performance. That sounds wild.
It really is fascinating, this idea of performance brand placebos. Research has shown that, for instance, just using sports equipment from a well-known high-performance brand can actually improve an athlete's performance.
Even if the equipment itself isn't functionally better.
Exactly. Purely through psychological mechanisms. The brand itself can boost self-confidence, maybe reduce performance anxiety. It creates an expectation of success. And somehow that belief translates into actually performing better. It's the power of the brand shaping reality in a way.
Mind-blowing stuff. Okay, so bringing this back to the practical side for businesses listening, how can they intentionally build and then sustain one of these powerful, impactful brands? What are the best practices, and maybe what are the big mistakes to avoid?
All right, building a strong brand. It's definitely a strategic, methodical process. It has to start with a solid strategic foundation. First, you absolutely must define your brand purpose. Why do you exist beyond profit? What's your mission, your core values? Think about Patagonia and their deep environmental commitment. That's purpose.
Okay, purpose first.
Then, deep research into your target audience. Who are they really? What are their problems, their dreams? Build those buyer personas. And analyze your competitors. Where are the gaps? What makes you unique? Use all that to develop a clear brand strategy, including your unique value proposition, what makes you the best choice, and your brand positioning.
So get the strategy locked down first, then what?
Then you move to crafting the identity and presence. This is where you bring it to life. Create that memorable brand identity, the name, the logo, the colors, fonts, and critically, that consistent brand voice we talked about.
Like Airbnb's friendly, inclusive tone.
Exactly. Their messaging directly supports their belong anywhere identity. Then you build out your presence, both online and offline, making sure every single touch point consistently reflects that carefully crafted identity.
It really sounds like an ongoing commitment, doesn't it? Not just a project you finish.
Yeah.
So what are the best ways to maintain that vital consistency over the long haul?
Consistency requires discipline. First, develop comprehensive brand guidelines. Document everything, visuals, messaging rules, tone of voice, make it explicit.
Brand rulebook.
Pretty much. Second, and this is huge, train your team on these guidelines. Everyone needs to understand the brand and why consistency matters. They're all brand ambassadors, whether they realize it or not.
Get everyone on the same page.
Crucial. Third, conduct regular brand audits. Check your website, social media, marketing materials, even customer service scripts. Are things drifting? And actively solicit customer feedback. They'll often spot inconsistencies you miss. Finally, use technology. Things like digital asset management systems or social media scheduling tools can really help maintain control and consistency, especially for larger teams.
Okay, so guidelines, training, audits, tech. And what about the flip side? What are the common traps or mistakes that can really sabotage all this hard work?
Oh, there are definitely pitfalls. The biggest, maybe the most damaging, is simply inconsistent branding across different channels or over time. It just breeds confusion and kills trust. Another big one is not targeting the right market. If your branding doesn't resonate with your intended audience, it's wasted effort. Also, relying too heavily on fleeting design trends. Your brand can look dated really fast.
Chasing shiny objects.
Exactly. A classic mistake is forgetting the company's core values. If your actions don't match your stated values, people see right through it. Untrustworthy. Poor copywriting and messaging is another one, failing to clearly articulate what makes you different and valuable.
And the customer experience itself.
Huge potential pitfall. Neglecting the customer experience can undo all your beautiful branding work. Bad experiences kill brands. Many businesses also simply underinvest in branding, seeing it as a cost rather than a fundamental investment in long-term value. And finally, a big one today. Failing to adapt and evolve. The market changes, customer expectations change. If your brand stays static, it risks becoming irrelevant, obsolete.
That's a sobering list of potential missteps. It really underscores that branding isn't static at all, is it? It's constantly evolving. How has it changed over time, and what are the big trends shaping its future?
Yeah, it's incredibly dynamic. Branding's history is fascinating, really. You can trace it back to ancient times, symbols on pottery or livestock signifying ownership, quality, trust. Then, the Industrial Revolution and mass production in the 19th, 20th centuries turned it into a strategic tool for companies like Coca-Cola to build recognition and loyalty on a huge scale.
And the internet happened.
Massive shift. The digital transformation changed everything. Suddenly, brands needed robust online presences. They could interact directly with customers in real time, and customers started demanding more. More authenticity, more transparency, more personalization. Brands today really have to live their values, not just talk about them.
So looking ahead now, what are the major forces or trends that are going to reshape branding even further?
Well, several key things stand out. First, there's a huge increasing focus on sustainability and corporate social responsibility, CSR. Consumers, especially younger ones, are actively choosing brands that align with their values on environmental and social issues.
Purpose-driven branding.
Exactly. Second, expect deeper integration of technology, especially AI. We're talking hyper-personalization at scale, using AI for predictive analytics to understand customers better, automating tasks, enhancing the customer experience in ways we're just starting to explore.
Using tech to get closer.
Potentially, yeah. Third, there's a shift towards thinking about the entire brand journey. Not just isolated touch points, but the whole seamless experience, building cohesive brand platforms that connect everything. And finally, a growing need for better ways to measure brand value and attribution. Businesses want to quantify the ROI of branding efforts more accurately.
Fascinating. Okay, so to kind of wrap this all up for you listening, it seems crystal clear that understanding branding and really implementing it strategically, it isn't just like a nice extra. It's a fundamental strategic imperative for any business that wants lasting success and value today.
Absolutely. So for marketers, for business leaders out there, maybe some key takeaways to hold on to. First, prioritize brand strategy first. Seriously. Define your purpose, values, personality, your unique selling proposition before you pour money into big marketing campaigns. Get the foundation right.
Strategy before tactics.
Always. Second, ensure unwavering consistency. Develop those brand guidelines and stick to them religiously across every single touch point, no exceptions. Third, cultivate emotional connections. People connect with stories and feelings, not just features. Focus on creating positive, memorable experiences.
Make them feel something.
Right. Fourth, embrace transparency and authenticity. Be real, be honest, mean what you say, and back it up with actions. Trust is fragile. Fifth, measure and adapt continuously. Keep track of brand awareness, how people perceive you, loyalty levels. Use that data to tweak and refine your strategies. Don't stand still.
And
Crucial final point. Foster internal brand advocacy. Your employees need to understand and believe in the brand. Build a strong internal culture. Empower them to be authentic ambassadors. They live the brand every day.
Excellent takeaways. So here's a final thought to leave you with as you go about your day. Consider how even the tiniest interaction you have with a brand, seeing a logo, clicking a link, talking to a chatbot, how might that be subtly shaping your subconscious perception? Is it reinforcing trust? Or maybe chipping away at it, long before you even think about buying? How much of your own loyalty to certain brands is truly rational calculation, and how much is perhaps a very finely tuned psychological response to those consistent brand promises we've been talking about? We really hope this deep dive has given you some valuable practical insights into the powerful world of branding. If you found it useful, please do follow us and maybe share this deep dive with friends or colleagues who might benefit. Honestly, your support means the world to us, and it genuinely keeps us motivated to create more content like this.
It really does.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.
Are you an Amazon seller dreaming of explosive sales growth? Tired of struggling to reach new customers? You're not alone. Scaling your Amazon business can be tough, but what if there was a secret weapon? Introducing AlgoRift, the all-in-one Amazon affiliate platform that connects you with over 100,000 eager affiliates ready to promote your products across the web. Imagine this: a massive army of influencers and content creators, all working to drive traffic and sales directly to your Amazon listings. With AlgoRift, this dream becomes a reality. AlgoRift simplifies the entire Amazon affiliate marketing process. Simply connect your Amazon account, sync your products, and set your personalized commission rates. Then invite top-notch affiliates to join your program, all within the AlgoRift platform. No more messy spreadsheets, complicated tracking links, or juggling multiple platforms. AlgoRift.ai handles it all. You can chat directly with your affiliates, negotiate personalized commissions, and manage all your payments in one convenient place. Ready to maximize the power of affiliate marketing? Visit AlgoRift.ai today and claim your free trial. AlgoRift.ai. Connect, collaborate, conquer.